You in the storyline, he's obsessed with. You're trying to help him find a theme for Halloween next year, and you go around. You find out that Oogie Boogie's trying to take over Halloween Town, so you
Right.
go after him. You fight Jack, Lock, Shock, and Barrel, which there are a joke in all of them. I'm gonna go a little off to the side. Lock, Shock, and Barrel is actually Shock is supposed to be stock. So Lock, Stock, and Barrel, parts of the gun.
Oh,
They're literally Oogie's attack force. You can technically say,
of
but
course,
they
it's not
changed it
a
over to
great
Shock,
attack force when you're using children.
of course. And they go trick or treat, attack, and kidnap the Santa Claus, put him in a bag, and all that big
But
stuff.
of course, when you after you fight them, you unlock the door to Oogie Boogie's room, and this is what I like to call the gambling room of death.
Oh yeah, the gambling room of death. That was, oh my god, it was.
Because like Oogie would roll the dice, and determining on how the dice roll could determine like what's going to happen next.
There was like a casino area. Like I forget which gambling game it's called, but it's that roulette one.
Oh
And
yeah,
it would spin around constantly. You got Thunder at that point, and you would use it a lot in this battle. I remember I would use it so many times to beat Oogie. But he would go around. He even used some of the ideas that you used in the movie. You know, when Jack was fighting him one-on-one, like
yeah,
the guys that came out with the shotguns. What else? The random sabers that would come out and slash at you.
yeah,
The trick things where it would shoot Oogie up onto the side and it would walk around. You would have to figure out a way of getting up there and
oh yeah.
attacking him. It was a lot. Yeah, it was just a lot.
And of
Uh,
course, like after you defeat him the first time, you think it's all over. You know, you're leaving, just to find out, oh, I'm going to fuse with my house.
oh yeah, that was so lame. You get out, you save Sally, you jump out, and he just fuses with his house, and he becomes like this huge big monster. And the goal in this one is to destroy the
Zits.
globs of darkness,
The
right?
zits. The darkness zits.
Oh, the darkness! It's they're
That's
squirting
what
out
I thought they
darkness.
like. I was like, he has zits, and we got to pop them all to kill him.
Oh yes,
Darkness zits.
darkness! They would squirt out darkness. Oh gosh. So after you fight the darkness, you explode them all. He goes, "No, my zits!"
And then he like,
He disappears and
yeah, he just
explodes.
disappears. Really.
Yeah, there's no. He just
Of course, this
explodes
is
and dies.
where it gets like to be like a mind fuck in a way, because you know if the actual movie's gonna happen, you know, next, then where's Oogie Boogie gonna appear at?
He's supposedly brought back to life in KH2.
Right,
So,
but like, isn't more of KH2 a little bit after Nightmare Before Christmas? Because like, Santa Claus makes a reference saying,
yeah.
"You're not trying to, you know, do the whole Christmas thing again, are you, Jack?"
Maybe he disappears, he comes back, and then he actually dies. Cause I don't think let's see. I don't think that he lost all his bugs in
Right, because
KH.
yeah, I see. Because like, I think what happens is, if this is my theory, but what I think that what happens is, he gets defeated in Kingdom Hearts, but then I think he finds his way back, because you know he's made up of the bugs, and but then like he gets killed in the actual movie, but then of course by Kingdom Hearts 2, Maleficent brings him back, but like his energy's not fully with him.
No, it's not fully recovered. He's still recovering from being brought
Yeah,
back from the
that's
nether.
what I meant. But But of course, that leads to that. We'll get there when we get there. But
Yeah, I think you have a good point there. Like he disappears. You like send him away, and he comes back somehow. He fixes himself. He doesn't die. He just disappears, and yeah, he disappears. You he comes back for the movie. Jack kills him, and then Maleficent resurrects him in KH2. He recovers, and then this time you actually kill him by taking away by making him rip and making him lose all his bugs.
right.
Which, yeah, I think you have a good point there. Yeah, yeah. I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, cool.
But I guess anyways, we'll just move on now.
Yep. Let's see. After Halloween Town, you get
go-
another Keyblade, I believe.
Yeah,
The pumpkin. No, Decisive Pumpkin was the next one. I forget what this one was called.
I don't know, but
It was badass. That's all I remember. Oh, you also get I think at this point I used Olympica a lot.
yeah.
Or yeah, the Olympus Coliseum Keyblade. And after this, I think is Netherland or
What, Neverland?
yeah, Neverland. Was it Neverland or
I think it was Neverland would be next.
after this was the world that never was, right?
Well, I think it was Neverland, then Hollow Bastion, then the world that never was.
Oh wait, I'm think World that never was
Or
KH2.
oh yeah, the end of the world or
The
whatever.
end of the world. That's it. Okay, so all right. So next you go to Neverland, which is guess who? Peter
Michael
Pan!
Jackson. Yeah, Peter Pan.
What were you saying?
I said Michael Jackson.
Well, he lives in a world that never dies. So kids.
Exactly, because you ever been to Michael Jackson's Neverland? Oh, you'll never leave. Especially if you're a boy.
Especially. He's gonna come down from heaven and kill us. Anyway, Michael Jackson or Peter Pan comes in and what does he do? And this storyline is you're with Wendy. You basically like the movie. You're at the point where Wendy comes in for some strange reason. Her brothers aren't there.
Yeah, like Kingdom Hearts was good for not adding like the other characters for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, in all retrospective reality, it's not. It wouldn't help at all if they were there. They'd probably just get in the way consistently.
Right, where Wendy was more important than Peter Pan, love interest really.
Mm-hmm. And so you go in, you get to learn how to fly, which is the most coolest thing in the entire world. You find Riku, you fight your anti-self, and you find Kairi. And you realize what happens to her, which is kind of sad. Her heart has been taken away, but her body still stays there for some reason. So they're trying to get Riku is trying to get her heart back, and it's so sad because Sora you actually get to fight Captain Hook at one point too. So he's the boss of the world, but
Of course.
it's sad at the end. It's like he's still being optimistic about we're gonna save Kairi and whatnot, even though she's technically dead, which I find completely sad, to be quite honest. I mean, it was like a heartbreaking moment. It's like, you're so stupid. You're just so stupid. And it was sad. I mean, the idea behind it was really sad. It's just, I hate how he was being so optimistic about it. It's like, oh, she's going to be okay. She won't believe that I flew and woohoo and all that crazy stuff. It was bullshit, to be quite honest.
Right, and of course, like you really find out like Riku's mind has been poisoned by like Maleficent, because Maleficent tells Riku, Sora now has new friends that he's with, and he has no time to be with you.
Oh yeah, that sucked. That really really sucked because she just mind raped him to the point where he didn't even know what he was doing anymore. And yeah, so she mind raped him. He became her slave. Uh, let's see. You get Tinkerbell, and I think at this point you got also have Dumbo and Bambi, which I
Right.
forget when you get them, but you get them.
Well, I found that Tinkerbell is a very useful summon.
She is a very useful summon. She heals you a lot, and that's actually really good.
Yeah, I
Bambi,
found her to really help me throughout the later tougher bosses that you fight.
you know, now come to think of it, I never used a summon in the actual final bosses. I would just go out all out on my own,
Yeah,
and
I didn't either. I just went all
no,
out.
not come to think of it, I should have used it. You know what? I think I might actually play the game and actually use the summons more often.
It might, it might actually help you, but
Yeah.
see, summons can take up like a lot of MP.
But if you use Bambi, which is actually a very useful summon, Bam, sorry, Bambi prances around and drops HP balls and MP bubbles for you to pick
Right,
up.
which it's very useful if you want
hmm
to recover your magic pretty fast.
Yep, and like especially if you're like on your down low and you only have one summon, like enough magic to bring one summon, bring Bambi. Because Bambi's gonna help you in the long run. He's gonna jump around, prance, do whatever. Gonna shoot out MP and HP bubbles out of his ass, and you're just gonna collect them, and hopefully not go into his ass to find some more.
Exactly.
And then you're gonna use them to your advantage, heal yourself up, increase your MP, and get back into battle. Bring another summon and attack. Dumbo uses a water attack. You like shrink or something. I think you
I don't
shrink.
know. I never really used Dumbo.
If you ever go to like how we said before, like how Merlin had that place where you would practice your magic.
Uh huh.
You could use all your summons at that point, and what could you use your summons for? You would get to practice with each and every one of them. And I figured out what Dumbo did. You would like shrink down, and you would like jump on Dumbo's hat, and you would
Hmm.
spray water around, and it would like destroy Heartless. It was pretty cool.
Murderous water, holy water.
Holy water of heaven. Ah. But yeah, so that was Dumbo's power, which was pretty cool. It was like you get to use Dumbo as a cannon, which is pretty cool.